everybody? Your boy back at it again. Bo Jason, San Diego, Drams on deck. And today, we have another heavy hitter. We got the Kavalan right here. As you can tell, I've got the notice bottle just a little bit already. So before I introduce it to y'all, this right here is I call it the OG Kavalan. Because it's no specific flavor per se, or like the Montanello or the sherry, just the OG. And this is the box that it comes in as well. Bottle at 43%. The Kavalan, as y'all see some other reviews, this is probably like the fourth one I've done, Kavalan. So if you look at some of my old channels, some of my older videos, you'll see some of the other Kavalans I did. But this one right here is more I would call maybe the simpler flavor, but it's probably, it may be one of my favorite ones that I have in Kavalan. I just love how sometimes simple can be so good. Sometimes I like complexity, and this has that. But I think for me, it's not overbearing. I have like different flavors that I taste in here. But when I taste it, it's just so consistent, and I love it's well balanced, and it's probably this is the only Kavalan that I've ever seen less than $100 as well. So that's a good thing as well. So this one right here, I've had this particular bottle maybe about 5 months, maybe almost 5 months. If it's not 5 months, it's almost 5 months. So I still have it, and the reason why it's so good that I normally would have killed it already, but I didn't because I have other ones, other spirits that I am partaking in at the same time. But this Kavalan right here, like I said, this is probably one of the more accessible ones because this pretty much you should be able to find this at pretty much most liquor stores. Like some of the higher end Kavalans, like the port cast, and you get the sherry cast and the Vino Barrique and all those other ones, you're not gonna see those in all shells. Maybe a higher end ones you'll see some of those, but these you should be able to find this at most any run-of-the-mill liquor store. You should be able to find at least this bottle. So it is the most affordable one as well at that. And this has no age statement, but I know it's also bought at 43%. Don't worry about the box. 43%, and for me, this right here is very enjoyable because I don't have to put water in it to dumb it down. It's pretty much already at a good APV. So I like to let my dram sit for a few minutes and let it open up, and then I try to go in on it. So this particular bottle right here goes for around 90 bucks. I think I bought it from a store. It's called Bevmo, and it's here in San Diego, and I think it was around 84 bucks. So with tax, I would say $90. So this right here on the nose, pretty nice. It has a very sweet, citrus, spice kind of to it. I like the color of it too. Glass a little foggy, as y'all know, I like to let it sit, but you can take the color. You can see the color right here. It's like of a nice caramel brown. Very nice, very nice. If I had to guess, I don't know exactly how long, like I said, there's no age statement, but I believe this in the ballpark of perhaps maybe 6 years. I'm just guessing. Don't quote me on that. But these right here, there's something about the way that they're made in the climate makes it that more adaptable, that it tastes like a more of an aged whiskey. And there's some of our scotch that I'm used to drinking 12 years. This is probably half of that, and yet it's comparable. I think based upon the climate of, as well as the water that they have in Taiwan, it's just their environment is different, so it helps adapt to it and makes it for a good tasting whiskey. And on the nose here, like I said before, smell like straight, a little bit of cocoa, spice. Definitely, I pick up vanilla and spice, a little bit, just a hint of cocoa. But I like it in the chill glass. I have a different glass today, as some of you may know. I think we're gonna switch it up and try a little something different. So if you have the opportunity to get this Kavalan, ballpark range should be in a ballpark. Most spots that I've seen it before, even when I lived in Pittsburgh, it was the exact same price, around 85 bucks with tax. You're gonna pay around 90. So if you see it well over $100, that's a bit overpriced. You can probably go online and get it for cheaper as well, just depending on whether it be Master of Malt or probably a Whiskey Exchange. I believe last time I tried to order on Master of Malt, I got a note saying that they were not currently shipping to the U.S. I don't know if that's still going on, but that was like maybe a month and a half ago. So FYI. So, on the palate. Wow, that's amazing. It really is. I taste a little bit of ginger, syrup, a little bit of honey, all on the palate. And there's no burn to it, at least not for me. Very, very consistent as far as for being smooth. The smoothness is consistent from all the way through. On the front end, I get the ginger. On the back end, I get the like the citrus and the spice, but not like a hot spice. More like a nutmeg or maybe slightly like that in that spice department. Just from my standpoint, very, very good. I love the flavor. I love the smoothness. I love the color of it. I love the smell of it. And for $90, that's not gonna say that's a good price point compared to the other Kavalans, because like I said before, you get the Port Cask, the Vino Barrique, the Vanilla, all those different ones right there. They're gonna run. I've seen those when I was in Nashville a couple months ago. I've seen those going for in a case with it was going for like $400 up, anywhere from $400 to $600. So $90 seems pretty reasonable compared to that. So, and I have not had those, so I will say that to claim I have not had those yet. But this right here, this is a good bang for your buck. It really is. One more. And this is pretty smooth. I don't think you even need water on this. You know, you can add a drop or two if you want. It's perfect the way it is. It's only 40%, so it's not gonna, it shouldn't, if you know, normal Scotch drinker, it's not gonna really burn your tongue per se, where you have to just douse it down with water just to calm the beast down, something that's sitting around. His big brother, the Vino Barrique, I had to put more than a few drops of water to bring it down. That's sitting around 58%. So once I brought it down, then I put plenty of water. Instead of 1-2 drops, I had like a cap full or two. So once I brought the ABV down, it was a lot more enjoyable. But to me, I prefer having scotches that don't need water and I can just go right in, as opposed to ones that do. That's just my personal preference, though. Very good. Syrup, vanilla, spice, consistent all the way through. If I had to compare this to something, I probably would say Yamasaki comes to mind. If you ever had the Japanese Yamasaki, which is made by Suntory, to me, it tastes like a cousin to this. Not dead on, but more of a cousin. So if you never had this before, and you're in the store, like, what does it taste like? In my opinion, it tastes a little bit similar to Yamasaki. I've actually had those side by side, and I was like, it was a tough call. I didn't really have a definitive answer, but to me, it tastes a little similar to Yamasaki. So all in all, it's a great dram. I've had to rate this out of a 10 being the best. I probably would have to give this, just on taste alone, not comparing any availability or price, I will give this a solid, probably 8.5, maybe even 9. If I factor price in, I probably would make it a 9, but just off of just straight flavor, I would give it a solid 8.5, solid. So that's my recommendation. Kavalan Whiskey. Again, it's your boy Bo Jason. If you liked this before, if you liked the video, please hit the subscribe, like button, hit a comment, and we'll converse. Till then, take care. Drams on deck.